I'm Phil Gardner, here at the State Fairgrounds in Puyallup, Washington. I'm proud to have grown up in Puyallup and to have called the South Sound home my entire life. But in 1942, our federal government violated the tranquility of this town with their policy of Japanese internment. Behind these fences, over 7,000 Japanese Americans were interned against their will, deemed a security threat for no other reason than the color of their skin. It was a horrendous policy at the time, and one that Congress later apologized for and paid compensation to victims. I learned about this history here at Meeker Elementary in Puyallup, and we were taught that if we kept these painful memories in our minds, our country would never do something like this again. Unfortunately, the heinous immigration policies of the Trump administration will someday soon go down in the same chapters of the history books as Japanese internment. We need leaders in Congress who are willing to take the steps necessary for everybody who calls the South Sound home, not just the wealthy and the well-connected. In Congress, I'll fight tirelessly to pass the DREAM Act and create a pathway to citizenship for undocumented Americans. And I'll fight to make sure that we uncouple our immigration enforcement and our law enforcement. We need to rebuild Customs and Border Protection and our immigration and customs enforcement to make sure that they're living up to the values we hold dear as Americans and treating every person like a human being. We also need to ban for-profit detention facilities and increase legal migration and streamline the process for citizenship for those trying to become Americans. We ought to welcome future Americans and make the naturalization process easier for those who want to become citizens. Immigration is core to the American story, and immigrants are what make this country great. But the people in power right now, they don't get that. We have a white supremacist running our nation's immigration policies from the White House, and we need to send people in Congress who are going to fight back to get rid of the nativism and xenophobia and racism that's overtaken our immigration system. Our immigration system should reflect our values, not hatred.